Hi sis Narcooks. Thank you for watching. Tinitignan ko lang kung sinong pasyente kinukuha nitong ambulance na to. Pumasok sila sa building namin eh. Ang tagal naman nilang lumabas. Thanks for watching. Yeah, hi. Rosie NYC. No, earlier there was a fire truck. It was a fire truck. Like maybe somebody reported maybe a gas leak or a carbon monoxide poisoning or whatever. Because I heard alarms going off. I thought we had a fire in our building. Then the fire truck left. Then an ambulance came. So, must be a sick person, not a fire. But this ambulance is from the fire department. So I'm watching. I hope it's not a fire. Yeah, the fire truck left. Now it's an ambulance. That's why when you live in buildings like this in New York City, you really have to have like the carbon monoxide detector, and also smoke detector. There's another one. What's the other detector? We have the carbon monoxide. There's the one that will alarm if there is gas, right? Smoke. No gas yet. We don't have, but soon they will have it, right? For the LPG. Yeah. Because like lately there's a lot of fires around the area from gas leak. So the third alarm that we need to get is for the gas leak. That's why I'm a little, what you call that, paranoid. You notice in Elmhurst there's a lot of fire lately. We're close to that area, so. But I guess it's not. Good thing it's not a fire. They switched it to an ambulance. Somebody's sick. Or they could have been sick because of the carbon monoxide. I'm just so nosy. Thank you all for watching, for tuning in. Yeah, we live in, most people in New York City live in apartment buildings because, you know, houses here are not cheap. But the problem when you live in a building, it's, there's a lot of hazards. Because us, we have all the detectors, but what about your neighbors? You don't even know if they're careful. Okay, how long will this ambulance be here? That must be some sick people they're getting. Because usually if it's not like a major emergency, it's just gonna be, like scoop and go. But if the patient is really sick, they're trying to stabilize him. That's why they're taking a long time to bring him down. And I've seen a lot. Yeah, especially in our building, we have a lot of senior citizens. Oh wow, how long will it take for them to bring him down? Bring the patient down. Rest in peace. Who's that little girl? Not sure if that's the case. Yeah, earlier, like 15 or 10 minutes ago, it was a fire truck, right? In front. Yeah, they left. Now it's an ambulance. Oh boy, here we go. Cars are coming. I'm sure they will start honking now. Unless he could still back up. Because the street is blocked. Must be an Uber. He's backing up now. The good thing here in New York City, they really respond so quick, so fast. I'm not even sure if like our alarms are connected to them. Probably not. But my carbon monoxide alarm came from FDNY. Not sure if it beeps, it also alerts them. Because they respond really fast. Especially the one in Elmhurst. Okay, how long will I be standing here? And the EMS job is not easy. Because sometimes like elevators here are not big enough for the stretcher to fit. Then they will have to carry that down the stairs. The stretchers. Unless they use a wheelchair. Oh, hi SPC. Pardon me. It's just me being nosy. I wanna know which one of my neighbors this ambulance is picking up. Oh, thank Thanks, HPC Odony, for the share. Thanks all for watching. Rosie NYC in New York City. Must be something serious. Taking them so long to stabilize the patient. Because in some cases it's just coop and go. But if the patient is not stable, they're working on him. That's it. It's getting cold. I open the window. I wonder, should I go down? But I'm already in my pajamas. It's nighttime here. After 11. Is it already 11? Oh. No, 10:30? 10 something? And but you know, I've worked with so many EMT personnel, ambulance people, because I was an ER nurse here. And yeah, we get a lot of patients from the EMTs. And sometimes they tell us the stories. Their job is not easy, for sure. There were like these two EMT personnel. One time they told me they had to carry the patient from the 10th floor down. Because yeah, the elevator, the stretcher didn't fit in the elevator. So they had to carry him from the 10th floor down the stairs. And then sometimes they will be like, while they're moving the patient, they're doing the CPR, they're doing compressions. Like, I'm asking them, how are you able to do that, even, right? Carrying the stretcher and also doing compressions. Yep. When they call the ER telling us that they have a patient coming, we're already waiting for them, you know, to get the patient, to get these personnels free from their duties, because what they're doing is not easy. So we take over whatever and try to save the patient as much as we can. Yet ER nursing here in New York is tough, not easy. You don't even have a specific, fixed number of patients. Usually I'll start with 8, then it becomes 16. The most number of patients I've handled all in at one time, right? 21. Here in New York City, an emergency. 21 patient at one point. Eventually the numbers go down. You send some home, you send some upstairs to the units. It fluctuates, but there's no limit. Sky's the limit at the ER. We're always short-staffed. And usually if this was a stroke, if it's not a really, really bad stroke, wherein the patient already stopped breathing, if this was a stroke, this will be quick, because they have to really take that patient to the hospital super fast to get the proper treatment. So I don't think so. Plus the fact that there was fire department people earlier, could be a carbon monoxide poisoning. That's why, like here, every time I have a chance to open the windows, I open them up, especially if I'm cooking something or I'm baking, because you don't want the carbon monoxide trapped inside your apartment building, because that gas is very dangerous. You don't even know it's there in the air. It's colorless, odorless. You won't detect it, but you will have the symptoms. You'll start feeling drowsy, sleepy, then you'll get confused, and then if it's really bad, then you can go into coma, and then you won't wake up. That's what carbon monoxide does. So it's very scary. Or don't cook. But usually the people who get that kind of poisoning are the ones living in the basement or where the boilers are. Yeah, because the boilers here use gas. And then, so the carbon monoxide will be trapped, especially in the basement. There's no windows. That's why here in New York, it's illegal to have people rent in the basement unless there's good ventilation. Because not all basements here are like really underground. Some basements are street level, so they still have some kind of ventilation. But those basements that are really underground, no ventilation, high risk for carbon monoxide poisoning. I know back then, like that was maybe like in year 2000, maybe 2010, something like that. There was a doctor in Long Island, and he was working on Christmas Eve, and he had visitors and family relatives visit him for Christmas Eve. They were in the basement, because his basement is like the entertainment room. So they were having the party and then sleep over in the basement. When he got home from his work, yeah, all gone in the basement, because they did a sleepover in the basement, and they were, they didn't even realize, so they inhaled all the gas. They never woke up. So sad. Okay, I'm running out of stories. What should I do? Well, my saddest story as an ER nurse was I was a triage nurse, right? Oh no, I wasn't the triage nurse at that time. There was another nurse. I was inside. So she gave me this patient who passed out in church or something. And yeah, I was taking care of him. Then the phone rang. It's his daughter. That yeah. And the daughter told me, like, oh, and she's a nurse. The daughter for that patient, she's a nurse. So she spoke to me and said, oh, should I be going there now? Because I'm still on duty. If I have to go, I have to find a replacement, or I have to like endorse my patients to another nurse and all that. We understand, because I was a nurse, she's a nurse. So I told her, no, it's fine. I mean, you could finish your shift because your father's stable now. Anyway, what happened was, so I told her she could finish her shift and then she will, she could come over afterwards. Only thing is, a few hours later, her father coded. We couldn't get him back. And that's the time when she came. He was already gone. And she was crying and she was like, you told me I could, So she was like, yeah, she could have gotten there earlier. And she was blaming me. Like, she told me, you told me he was fine, he was stable. And he was. Who would have known? All of a sudden, he's gone. Yeah, I was crying too. I should have told her to come. Yeah, any time that's like that, or you never know. Yeah. After that, any family ask, you better come here. Okay, this could take a whole night. We don't really know what's going on. I think I'm gonna end my live. It's been 25 minutes. Let me see. Oh, maybe I could I wonder if our homeowner's president knows about this. Like, I wanna end the live and then re-live. But what if I end it and then that's the time they come out? You never know. You know what I mean? I went shopping earlier. This is New York City, so it's not really uncommon to see police officers coming to the mall and arresting somebody for petty crimes or something. Yeah, I was there. But I took a video, but I didn't put it on live because, yeah, I saw an actual, where police officers were arresting somebody at the mall. I didn't put it live because not sure. All these community guidelines and privacy or something. I don't even know if the people are really guilty of whatever they were being accused of. So that's why I didn't post it. Anyway, usually when the EMS brings the patient out, because this is not the first time I've watched, they cover them with a like a white flimsy sheet. Or maybe because most of the time it was winter. It was winter when I was, checking out. But yeah, I noticed they cover the face until they get into the ambulance. Oh, okay. That's not a good sign. When they come down empty-handed, he didn't make it. Then they will just call the next. Yeah, looks like. Did we make it? Oh, okay. Good sign. Good sign. They're getting the stretcher now. Because if they leave without the patient, that means no good. Okay, here. Is William okay? Because I think this is from the first floor. Okay, that's my neighbor on the first floor. Wow. I hope he's okay. Those stretchers don't fit in our elevator. So they're probably getting the patient from the ground floor. Thank you, FPC. Thank you all for hanging around. Oh, hi. Thanks for watching. From Japan. Yes, my friend. I couldn't read the name, but there is like a chi there. I think so. Yes, my friend. I just watched one of your videos with freshwater shrimp. They're so cute. So fun to watch. I'm just trying to see which patient they're taking, but I wouldn't see the face, I guess. But yeah, it's coming from our building. If this patient is somebody whose heart stopped and then they got it back and then it stopped again, that's why it's taking for them so long. Could be like that. That's what happens sometimes. Yeah, when we receive patients, the EMS would tell us, yeah, we coded him like 3 times. He's like, he kept losing, the pulse. Then they start CPR again, get it back, then it goes away again. That's why it takes them so long to, move the patient. FDNY. Oh, there's another ambulance here in New York. The Hetzola. Oh, they're so fancy. They have like the Lucas machine that it does the CPR for them. It does the compressions. Yeah, that one is really nice to watch. But this is FDNY. The Hetzola, that's like the Jewish ambulance. Oh, they got money. So they have those fancy gadgets, like the glucose machine that does the compressions. I still prefer the manual one. Like you could actually gauge how deep you're going and how fast. So this probably the reason, because I think I mentioned before, we usually like get ambulance patients, and there are times the family arrive uh, before the ambulance arrives. The family, like, oh, we're looking patient so and so. Well, we don't have that patient here right now. He came here by ambulance. Oh, you mean by uncle? Maybe that's the one that the dispatcher called. They were bringing him over, but he's not here yet. Oh, we got here oh, we got here before then. Yeah. Because the only thing is like, yeah, even if they want to try to move or transport the patient, if his heart stops, then they have to, work on him, stabilize, then move him, stabilize, move him. So, yeah, they got a little delay. Then the families are saying, like, we should have just brought him by ourselves. But the idea also with the ambulance is like they don't stop at traffic lights, they have a siren. But yeah, it does happen. There's a delay because of traffic. But once they're the patient is in the ambulance, it's here. The EMS people told me they only got like 7 minutes to get the patient to the nearest hospital. I was telling them 7 minutes, but the traffic here is too much. In New York, it'll take you 20 minutes. Yeah, then they said, yeah, it does happen. But they do their best. Is still waiting. What's going on? Ay, salamat! Salamat, sisi ko, sa tamsak. Nagmamarites ako dito kung sino ba tong pinipick up ng mga ambulansya. Oh yeah, sorry, excuse me. I'm talking in Filipino now. Yes, this is Rosie NYC. I am from the Philippines, but I'm here in New York. 20 years now. Been here since 2005. Thank you. Salamat, sisi ko. Because I was just curious. It's like there was like a fire truck over here, and then all of a sudden it became an ambulance. So I was like, what? What's going on? Thank you. I've actually ridden in one of these ambulances here. It's like you don't even have like a strap or something to or anything to hold on to, and they're driving so fast, so you're like inside, you are being tossed right and left. Only the stretcher is strapped to the whatever they strap it on inside. But the ones that are sitting there, it's not even sitting, it's like a metal thing. It's not a chair. Then you are being tossed right and left. I was asking the EMT personnel, like if you have to intubate this patient or do something with the patient, put an IV, how do you do that? Because you have to keep your balance also. You're being tossed, right and left. While this ambulance is driving like crazy, so fast. So really, I admire them. I can't even imagine how they're able to put IV lines and breathing tubes into the patient and whatever they have to do while they're in the back of that ambulance. There's really nothing to hold you or what. Oh, hello, Top's Corner. Hi, salamat for coming. I've been here like how many minutes is it? Like 43 minutes? Is that person still alive? I mean, even if like let's say you were doing a CPR, 20 minutes is our max. Because like if the brain doesn't have oxygen for 4 minutes, it's toasted already. It's gone. So when I used to work at the ER, I was an ER nurse. We usually ask the EMS, oh, how long were you working on this patient? If they said 10 minutes, then we have 10 minutes, because our max is 20 minutes for doing the CPR, 20 minutes. So if they've been already doing CPR for 10, then we only got like 10 minutes left. And it doesn't really end up, really well, even if you get him back. Most probably the brain is already gone. Yeah, really sad. Guys, in there, you see the leaves moving. press and move to contact an ambulance. Just move back. Reverse. Thank you po sa pagtambay. Ako rin di ko alam hanggang kailan ako tatambay dito. How long? How long? Like one time there was an ambulance, but that ambulance was not from FDNY. It was just a regular ambulance. I think it was from Northwell, and it must be like just the basic ambulance, not the advanced. And later on, 2 ambulances came from FDNY. Oh, the first one was from Flushing, so that was just a basic ambulance. So when they can't handle the case, they got to call another ambulance, which are like more like, they're not just EMTs. The other one was the basic EMTs. The next ambulance that came was FDNY. Most FDNY, they're paramedics, so they could handle the more serious cases. But in this case, this is already FDNY right away, paramedics. That means it's a serious case, you know. It's a major emergency. And they are taking so long to stabilize this person. An old lady. I told you they wrapped them with a white sheet. Oh, the girl that came by Uber. That's why, so they were waiting for the family. I see. Yeah, that was the same lady that just came earlier by Uber. I think it was somebody who got sick. Sis Chocojoy, is that Sis Chocojoy? Yeah, but earlier there was like a fire truck, so I was really worried because it's like I thought there was a fire in our building, and they were there for like 15 minutes. Then they left. Then this ambulance came. Good thing it's not a fire, so they were responding to an emergency. So then, yeah, it's a patient. Oh, Sis Chuchay, salamat sa like. Sis Chuchay, akala ko si Choco Joy. Si Chuchay pala. I'm not wearing my eyeglasses. I am blind. Hello, Sis Lucy. I'm just being nosy. Because I don't want to be the last person to know that our building is on fire. Because it was a fire truck earlier that was there. Then the truck left, the fire truck. Then this is the ambulance from the fire department. They're calling the dispatcher now. Then they're gonna decide which hospital to take the patient to. The closest one is Elmhurst Hospital. Then they'll be flying. The old lady looks fine to me. I think they were just waiting for the daughter. That's why it took them so long. What? No siren? No, they'll put it when they're at the main. Okay, no siren. That's weird. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. I guess it's not a major emergency at all. They were just waiting for the daughter. Thank you. Signing out. Thank you all for coming. Ending live now. Sis Osang, Sis Lucy, Kuya Taps, Sisi Roshan, Topper, Taps also. Okay. Did I mispronounce anybody? Achi, SPC, where's my eyes? I cannot see. Abraham, Joe, is that Josepha? Melina, HMM, Abraham, Hawk, and Sis Morcock channel. Okay, ending live now. Thank you. Yeah, the road is clean. The street is clean again. I mean, it's empty now. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.